We'll see it like that.
Do we want to go on there and tell them it's?
I can.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm going into it right now.
I had a little sun today too.
Oh my gosh.
I need to start. Pat just tried to call me again.
Doesn't he know it's 9 o'clock and we have a call?
I told him I was doing a webinar, and he's just so sad there.
Did you give them the link? I didn't look. I can bring it back up.
I gave them the YouTube link.
Okay, cool.
I did a post tonight with me on Facebook with me holding an empty box of pizza on my like page.
You did?
I did, because I ate way too much pizza and breadsticks tonight, and I felt like I needed to cleanse my soul to my Facebook followers.
Oh,
I felt really guilty. Because
Little Caesars.
What's wrong?
Little Caesars.
Uh-huh. It was so good. I feel sick now. Okay, should we go?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Okay, I'm just going to be real with everybody at the beginning of this webinar now. Annie knows already, but I am exhausted. So I am going to give you guys all I have. I think Annie is very tired too. So here's Coach Real Moments that we're going to talk to you guys about anyways. But welcome to the final webinar, you guys. I know there's a couple of you that have kept up with the posts and everything in the group, and I truly believe that if you didn't keep up, go back and watch the videos, go back and do the assignments. We're not going to close the group down. It's not like today it's official, goodbye Girl Boss group. So if you have time, go back through every day and watch a different video and get yourself trained on this stuff, because Annie and I aren't doing this for us. We're doing it for you guys. We want to see you be successful. What's the next slide? Okay, so this quote, obviously this training was the Girl Boss training because of the Girl Boss book. If you do not have it, you should go out and get it. And actually, Annie and I should talk about making it part of the prize at the end of the challenge, because it's an awesome book, and it really opens your eyes to the fact that a lot of times we live our lives according to what people think of us, like so worried and concerned that people are going to judge us for what we post on social media, how we live our lives, how we parent, what kind of job we have, all that kind of stuff. And there's a certain point in time that you just need to let that go, and you need to realize that your dreams and your life are way more important than what anyone else is going to think about it. That is when you're truly going to start having some success in this business. You need to recognize what you want in life, not what everyone else wants you to have, not what everyone else thinks about that, but what you want. I know I was really nervous at first. I don't know if Annie was, but I was really nervous to talk about being a coach. I remember when people would ask me what I do, and I'd be like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and oh, I do this little health and fitness thing on the side, and I would belittle it. I would almost make it sound like it wasn't a big deal. And now I say it loud and proud. I am proud to be a Beachbody coach. I'm proud of the company that I work for. I'm proud of what I get to do every single day. And so I think it's really important that you recognize that you need to care about what your dream is, and you need to care about and be passionate about what is happening in your life. Other people, their opinions are going to come and go, but they're not going to be there in 50 years. You are. So you need to do the things now that are going to make you happy. Okay, formula for success. So Annie's going to talk to you guys tonight about some specific things that you need to do, but these are just some different, Annie and I guess we want to end this webinar with giving you guys what we really think you need to be doing moving forward. So I feel like we've given you tips and we've given you resources, but this is the more bigger picture idea of what you need in order to be successful. I'm sorry, my face is so dark. I should turn the light on. So formula for success, show up every day. Oh my God. So this is the thing I'm just talking to you guys about. I told Annie, we both were joking that we should have just sent everybody the webinar link from our last Girl Boss training because we didn't know if anybody was going to get on tonight. And then we both were talking. We're leaders. If we say we're going to do the webinar, we're going to do the webinar. So if we say we're going to be on a training call, if we say that we're going to do our 3 vital behaviors, we do them every single day. I'm single momming it up right now, and I will be completely honest, I am exhausted, and the last thing I want to do was my 3 vital behaviors tonight, but I did them. I got my workout in, I drank my Shakeology, and that was about it. But I got it done. And so you need to show up every day. You can't just decide, I'm going to show up Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I'm going to take a break Thursday, Friday. And, at weekends, I want to have fun. This is the type of business that you grow over time with consistency. So you need to show up every single day and put in the work. Don't reinvent the wheel. We've given you guys so many tools and resources, trainings, the Google Drive, the file on our team pages. Annie and I didn't have that. So we had to create a lot of the stuff that we've supplied to you guys. So use it. Don't waste your time trying to reinvent the wheel. Take what we've made and customize it to you. We're not offended. So if you take a document that has wording on how to use to talk to somebody and you completely reword it but use the basics, we're happy. So make sure that you're using the resources that you have. Don't reinvent the wheel. Always know when your next group will be. And really use the team calendar as a resource. Make sure you have your whole month planned out. Make sure you know when your challenge group is. Make sure you know when your free group is going to be. Make sure you know when the coaching webinars are going to be. These are all things that you need to be sharing with people. And if you don't have them scheduled or know when they are, and you're kind of just flying by the seat of your pants, 1, people aren't going to take you seriously. They're not going to think you're treating this like a business. They're not going to want to work with you. And 2, you're going to be overwhelmed and frustrated because you don't have a plan. So have a plan. Know exactly when your next groups are going to be. Look at July and you should know when you're going to be running challenge groups. And then the last thing is do your business activity tracker daily. It seems like a really simple, silly one, but I have a lot of coaches who don't do this one, and it's something me and Annie didn't do either. And I regret it big time. My business activity tracker is like my biggest tool now for success because it lets me know when to follow up with people, lets me know what people are interested in. It reminds me of who people are as my network has grown. So without that business activity tracker, I would just be floating out in social media space, not having as much success. So make sure you're updating it daily, that you're doing your follow-ups, you're doing those types of things, and then you're tracking them in the document. And then I think Annie is going to go, right, Annie?
Yes, sorry, I just had to unmute myself so you wouldn't have the back noise. So I want to talk to you first about the daily formula for coaching. We're basically going to put everything together that we've already talked about in the Girl Boss training, but really these are the things that are most important, and this is something that comes up over and over again, especially with new coaches, is what am I supposed to be doing every day? What should I be doing each week? And what should I be doing each month? So these are just some basic tips for you to really help you lay it all out there and make that to-do list. So each and every day, like Sean talked about, she made sure she got done with her 3 vital behaviors. No matter what, this is non-negotiable. You have to be doing this. You need to be a product of the product. You need to be doing your workout and drinking your Shakeology every day and posting about that. One thing that I heard when I first became a coach at my first Super Saturday was, if it's not on Facebook, it really didn't happen. So step outside that comfort zone and post that picture of yourself getting ready to work out, or after your workout and you're sweaty, or post a picture of yourself even out for a walk. Whatever it is, you guys, post it. Post your nutrition. We are a product of the product, and that is what we are here to do. We are here to inspire other people, number one and foremost. And one thing that I have learned is that when you start to lack on your own fitness and nutrition, it's harder for you to be a coach. It's harder for you to have those great posts because you don't have the pretty food and the colorful food and the healthy food that you normally do. You don't have the workout pictures and the creativity that we get from working out and that happiness that we get from working out. So if there's one thing that you learn from all of this, is make sure you're taking care of you so you can help everybody else and inspire other people. It is so easy with the personalities I find that we have to want to help everybody else and kind of put ourselves last. But you have to make sure you're taking care of you in order to take care of everybody else. It's something that I know I talk to my challengers about all the time when they say they just don't have time or the excuses start rolling in. And I just tell them, you know what, you're worth those 30 minutes. You deserve those 30 minutes so you can take care of everybody else around you. So be a product of the product. Make sure you're inviting. Another thing is just connecting with people. If you already have your new challenge group going, for instance, and you don't have something that you want to invite somebody to, but maybe you just are ready to reconnect with somebody, one thing to know about Facebook is when you message people, you show up, your posts show up more in their newsfeed. So if you're messaging with a lot of people consistently, you're going to be showing up in their newsfeed. If you quit messaging people, you're not going to be showing up in their news feeds as much. Their other friends and family are going to be showing up more. So the more that you message people, the more that people are going to be interacting with you and with your posts. And then also the personal development. Like Sean said, Girl Boss is a great book to read. Go Pro, we have a whole list of them. We're not going to go there, but really just making sure every day, no matter what, getting in at least 5 to 10 minutes of personal development. This is one thing that has helped me grow in the last year and a half into the most confident person I've ever been in my entire life. I am not somebody who likes to read. I believe that I've told you guys that already. So what I have done is I have found podcasts on my cell phone. I have downloaded audiobooks and listened to them on my way to and from work. So it's 40 minutes of personal development each working day that I'm getting in no matter what. And I'm getting it done first thing in the morning when I'm driving to work. Even if you have to play it while you're making dinner at night, whatever it is, non-negotiable personal development, because it's also something that's going to help you become more inspired, especially when times get hard. And so it's going to help you to create those good, amazing posts to help inspire other people. Make sure, this is almost like some coaches will talk about there's actually 4 vital behaviors, and that 4th vital behavior is posting on social media. Again, because if you don't post it, it's not really happening. So make sure you're posting at least 3 times a day on your social media, whether it's a Facebook, a like page. You can even connect your Instagram to your Facebook and post that way so that you're getting on Instagram and you're getting on Facebook. But just your personal page, make sure you're posting 3 times a day, you guys, because that is going to help people to see you, to see what you're doing. I had somebody this weekend message me that I didn't even know was following me. She used to go to the same gym that I used to go to, and she kind of knows my husband, and she's like, I don't mean to sound stalkerish, but I've been following you for the last year and a half, and I see that you have had amazing results, and so haven't your challengers, and I'm ready to get signed up with you. No questions asked, all because I've been consistent with my posting. And I know the same things happen to Sean all the time too, because we're consistent with those 3 posts a day, and we're sharing our struggles and we're sharing our success. And other people are watching that, whether or not you are knowing it. So inviting 5 people a day is another goal to have on a daily basis. So that can be inviting people to your next challenge group. It can be inviting people to the coaching opportunity. Just invite 5 people a day. I will even sometimes, just to hold myself more accountable and just keep track really easily, I'll just put a tally mark on like a sticky note. So each person I send a message to, I can just tally them off. Whatever works for you. Making sure that you're adding those people also to your business activity tracker like Sean talked about, and updating that every day. And then adding 2 people to your network. I know that sometimes I remember as a new coach feeling like, well, how am I going to find more people? Everybody I know is already my Facebook friends. So there are lots of ways to still add people to your network. And the reason this is important is because at some point you may feel like I've connected with everybody on my Facebook if you're not adding new people to your network consistently. So I know for myself, when I've slacked, because we're all human, we all make mistakes, when I've slacked on adding people to my network, I start to struggle with new people to connect with. So you need to make sure that you're joining Facebook groups, interacting on them, sending friend requests to your husband's friends and coworkers, family, mutual friends that are just acquaintances. Just send them a friend request. You want to add 2 people a day. You don't want to do more than that, really, too many more than that because you can go into Facebook jail if you're adding too many people all at once. So making sure that you're staying consistent with those 2 people every single day, and you're going to see your network explode. And then be consistent with follow-ups. When you add somebody new to your network and you're talking to them and you have to get off the computer and quit talking to them and you say, I just have to go for now, I'll get back in touch with you tomorrow morning, make sure you get back in touch with them tomorrow morning. That is going to show that you're professional. It shows that you're committed. It shows that you care about that person. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of that. So making sure that you're staying consistent with those follow-ups. I also would recommend going back through the people on your business activity tracker at least once a month, because that will help you again to be messaging with people so that they stay, or you stay in their newsfeed. Each week, what do we need to do for success? You need to plan for the week. Sean already said that. So you need to be thinking about what is coming up. So we right now are on the 28th of June. So this coming week, we have a new month. So what are your goals going to be for this next week? What are your goals going to be for the next month? You really need to be just thinking ahead consistently. It's going to help with your posts. It's going to help just make you feel more organized. Just be thinking about what is coming up next. We have a team call on Wednesday, so make sure you're just setting that 30 minutes aside in the evening for our team call, that type of thing. So make sure you schedule your calls. The Girl Boss calls that we did, we have the Push to Emerald group coming up, the team call. Make sure you're scheduling those in. And if you aren't able to jump on live because of work or another commitment, make sure that you're going back and watching the recording. There's important information. This is where you're going to build all of the knowledge that you need for coaching. Make sure you schedule your posts for each week in your challenge groups using the Hootsuite, which is on your laptop or your computer. Doing this each week is going to help you make sure that those posts are going through at a consistent time each and every day for that week. Is going to help make sure that you don't miss a day of posting in your challenge groups, because let's face it, sometimes life gets busy, especially if you're posting early in the morning. Say you oversleep and you don't get to get your post out for that morning, it goes through automatically for you. So doing that one set day ahead of time for that week. For me, it's always Friday. I schedule the next week's post, and then I don't have to worry about it for the weekend because the weekends can get so busy. Make sure you're scheduling your workouts. Your workouts, you guys, are just like having a meeting with your boss. You cannot cancel on your workouts. You need to make sure you're scheduling it in. I hear a lot of people, not in the group, but just people when I'm talking to them say, well, I already get up at 6 o'clock. I can't get up any earlier. I know that feeling. I've been there too. I am not a morning person. I leave my house every morning at 7 a.m. and I really didn't want to have to get up any earlier than I already was to work out. But I saw my challengers do it. And I said, you know what? If they can do it, why can't I? And I said to myself, it's only 30 minutes that I have to get up earlier. So I started doing it. And am I consistent 100%? No, not yet. But I work on it each and every week and getting up early before work and getting that workout in so I can't make the excuses later in the night. So scheduling that workout is so important. And then also for your weekly success, like I talked about, doing your meal planning. Plan your meals. We're telling our challengers to do these types of things, so we have to do them too. It's easy to just be like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know how to eat healthy now, so I'm just going to go with the flow. No, you really should be scheduling that out, because when you have that plan, just like we have our calendar with what's going on each month for coaching, when you have that week planned out with what you're going to eat and when, it's going to help you stay a lot more on track and not have those excuses again. Each month, make sure that you're holding challenge groups. Host a 21-day or a 30-day challenge group where people are jumping in with their fitness programs, their nutrition plans, their Shakeology. Make sure that they're jumping in those and you're inviting to those consistently so that you have a full group. You can have these groups in whatever way that you want to do them. That's what's great about being an independent coach. If you want tips on how to really make the 21-day or 30-day groups most effective. Make sure that you're asking your coach or Sean or myself so that we can help you. But hosting these groups each and every month are really the bread and butter of what we do. The reason that I say that is because you are going to find within these groups your next coaches, your top challengers, those who are posting in the group consistently. They're posting about their workouts, they're posting about their nutrition, they're checking in daily. They're even posting about it probably on their personal page too, because they are just so excited and feeling so good. They're sharing it on their Facebook because that's what we do. Facebook asks, "What are you doing today?" And you tell it, "I worked out." So that is why they're so important. Every single month, again, non-negotiable, you need to be hosting a challenge group. Even if you're going on vacation, you have to host it. And the reason I say that is you can pair up with another coach on the team and host the group together. That way you guys can, especially as a newer coach, make it flow a little bit smoother. You have somebody else there to do the check-ins with you. But you have to do these groups each and every month. Sean and I have never gone a month without hosting a challenge group, so that consistency pays off. Each month, make sure that you're hosting the free group. So at the beginning of each month is on our calendar where we do our free groups. The free group that's coming up is right after the 4th of July, which actually works out perfectly because people are going to need that detox from whatever parties they go to, and people drink for the 4th of July and they're traveling for the 4th of July. So they need to get rid of the bloat. Maybe they need some help with being accountable for their exercise or their nutrition. So really it's the perfect time each and every month to host a challenge group. If you go back through our past groups that Sean and I have done, every single month there's been a free challenge group. No questions about it. You have to do it. It's 5 days. You can reuse the system. You can reuse the system that you create for yourself. You can ask Sean or myself what systems we have in place. That way it goes nice and smooth for you, and each and every month it just happens. And free groups are a way also for you to find new people to work with. They're going to see in those free groups amazing changes in just the 5 or 7 days that you do. And then that you can talk to them about joining one of your 21 or 30-day groups that are coming up next. And that's going to kind of help you get the ball rolling. It's going to create trust. It's going to create that relationship as well. Hosting your challenge groups every month are what is going to help you hit Success Club 5 or 10 every single month. So when you go through that daily to-do list and then that weekly to-do list, and now you're onto your monthly to-do list for success, you are going to find that if you do all of these things consistently, adding new people, talking to new people, inviting new people, you are going to find that hitting Success Club 5 and 10 is going to come a little bit smoother than if we're being inconsistent. So making sure that you are following all of these will help you find that success with coaching. You also each month want to create goals. So it's already something that I was thinking about this morning, knowing that the end of the month is coming up. I started thinking about July and what do I want my goals to be. So each month you want to create goals for yourself. So taking those goals that you have for the month, and then you can break them down by week. If you want to hit Success Club 5 in the month of July, how many people should you be talking to? How many people then should you be talking to each week? And how many people should you then be talking to each day? So breaking it down from a month to a week to a day is going to help you not feel so overwhelmed. It's just like with our fitness and our health goals. If we say, this year I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, great. Well, how many pounds is that a month and how many pounds is that a week? And then it's not so overwhelming. You want to have a plan. So as Sean and I have created for all of you, you have our monthly calendar. That is your plan basically. Then you can take that monthly plan and make it your own, adding things to it, changing things around however it best fits you in your schedule. We make this for you as a tool. Like Sean talked about, it's something we never had as coaches, especially new coaches. We were just throwing the darts at the board and hoping we made a bullseye because we were just trial and error. And now we have found a system that works, and that's why we're sharing it with all of you guys. So following a plan is going to help you feel a lot more organized, which is what a lot of coaches, especially new coaches, talk about is, I want to feel organized. Like, I just don't know how to get organized. Well, following a plan and following that calendar is going to help you feel a lot more organized. I promise you, it's made a world of difference for myself. And then each month, make it a goal to add one new coach to your team. That's pretty doable, you guys. I mean, you add one new coach who gets a challenge pack, that's already 2 points right there. So if you're aiming for Success Club 5, if you add one coach and 2 new challengers each month who do a challenge pack, that's your 5 points. It's really technically 6. So that is what it is all about. And as you add new coaches to your team, you're going to see your team build, you're going to see your volume build, and then you're going to see your residual income build as well over time. And so Sean's going to come back on.
Woo woo, we did it right this time. Yay! Well, last time we struggled a little through this one. So what's next for you guys? So now that Annie has given you the blueprint of basically what you need to do moving forward, we're going to have a Push to Emerald group. It says it's going to start on Monday. It's actually going to start not this Monday, but the following Monday. We're giving you guys a week off. And then we want you to come back fresh and ready to go. But we're going to do, it's a 7-day Push to Emerald group. And basically, Emerald's important. I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. I feel like we talk about Success Club a lot, and sometimes we talk a little bit about adding coaches to your team. But truly, if you're wanting to build a business from this, you need to look for other people too who want to help people get healthy. You need to look for people who may want a discount on their Shakeology. And what we do in the Push to Emerald group is we share with you the benefits so you can understand why it's so important, but then we also give you tips and resources to help you push for Emerald. So the goal of the 7-day group is to basically teach you guys and give you the motivation and inspiration to hopefully go for it. Hitting Emerald is that first point that I tell a lot of coaches that once you hit it, it's so exciting. You have 2 coaches underneath you. A lot of times it might be a spouse and a friend. With that being said, if you take that momentum and what you learn from the Push to Emerald is what's going to get you to Diamond, and it's what's going to help you build a substantial income in this business, and also help a lot more people, because you are one person, and trust me, you do not want, me and Annie have been there. We have done challenge groups with way too many people and been completely overwhelmed. So you want to get some of your coaches on board so they can help their friends and family too. The other thing is be here in a year. I keep hearing a lot of the top coaches say this in videos and on their posts, and it's such a good point. This isn't going to happen overnight, you guys. So if you're watching this webinar and you're frustrated this first month, you feel like you don't have enough people to work with, you don't feel like you know everything, you didn't hit Success Club this month, which if you haven't, you still have more days, so push. But it's hard and it's frustrating and it's a complete roller coaster the first year. You're up and you're down and you're up and you're down, and something good happens and something bad happens. And that's why you have a team, and that's why you have a strong upline sponsor, is so that you have support and help, so that when you're in those low points that you can be reminded that the high points are right around the corner. But there's something magical about hitting that 1-year point, that you've built a substantial group of people that you're working with, that you know what you're doing, you have a system down really, really well. And that tends to be that magical time when I look at coaches and they're like, I've got this, I can do this for a really long time. It doesn't happen in the first month, the second month, the third month. It usually takes a while. Anything that happens, I did this post in my team page, so if you're one of my coaches and you're watching this, you're probably like, gosh, Sean's pushing this a lot lately. Things that happen quick and easy tend to not be so great, and they tend not to stick around. So when it comes to health, there's a lot of quick fixes out there, but as soon as you quit them, they're done. The same thing with certain companies and businesses and jobs. People jump into them and they want quick results because that's happened in other companies, but they've quit from those companies because there's no long-lasting plan or residual income or job. And with coaching, I see a future with this. And it took me a while to build what I've built, but now I know with no doubt in my mind that I have years and years and years of working with people and helping people ahead of me. And so give it that first year so that you can really build up a solid base for your business, and just every single month do what we've said to do. And over time, you're going to see rewards from that. That's it, I think. I don't know if Annie wants to jump on too about this quote, but I think we both believe that this business is only as small as you make it to be. Like it says, start small, and it's very true. But there's so much potential there. I know a lot of my coaches are super nervous because they'll say, is there enough people to help? And I think about myself going to Summit last year, which is the big Beachbody conference. And what I always share with people is I went thinking in my head, you know, it seems like there's a lot of coaches, and you know, like, how's there enough people to help? There are so many coaches not working this business, and there are so many people in the population who are unhealthy, that you may look at them and think they're skinny and healthy, and they're not. You just need to find them. So you are only holding yourself back with those thoughts. You need to dream big and think of all the crazy things that you could do with this business, all the things that you want to see happen in your personal life and that you want to see it happen in the business to make that happen. But I know Annie and I both have huge dreams for this business long term. And they excite me and they make me nervous, but they also are very exciting. And so dream big. Do you want to say anything, Annie?
Yeah, I completely agree. It's one of those things that you really have to be a dreamer. And I listened to tonight when I was taking my shower. I listened to a podcast by The Charged Life, and he talked about this actually. He talked about not comparing yourself to others, but instead look at those people and what they're doing. And if that is a dream that you have for yourself, ask yourself, how is it that you're going to get there? So if your dream is to quit your job and be a stay-at-home mom, dream it. Dream big. You know, if it's to pay off debt or to save for a new home, that is awesome. You can do that. But you have to start small. You don't want to set goals as a new coach to be hitting Success Club 40. Like, that's just not feasible. And it's not a good goal to have because you're going to get your goals crushed. But making sure that you just continue to dream as a coach so that you can, it's something that Sean and I do all the time. We just dream and we talk with each other about what our goals are, and it's fun and exciting. So even having a partner like Sean and myself are with each other so that you can dream together and see that bigger picture. Because I'll be honest, I know Sean is the same way. Like, when I first started coaching, my husband wasn't not supportive, but he didn't really see the big picture, and now he does. But having somebody else like Sean to talk to, who understood what I was going through and all the hard work I was putting in, it really helped to make things easier. And now my husband's dreaming big with me. He sees the bigger picture.
Yeah. And we've accomplished some of our dreams, I feel like, at this point. Some of the dreams have happened. And so that's where you have to set those little goals along the way. But yeah.
I actually have my post going out tonight on my personal page about one of those goals. So kind of scared to post about it, but I have to do it because I have to do things that scare me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody have any questions before we end the call tonight? Bring up the
we do have 2 viewers.
Yay! You girls go. I bet I could guess who they are. Girl boss.
Post them on the post. We'll give it a couple minutes,
Yeah.
and then
Did you turn your light back on? Your face looks brighter.
I did, and I was dealing with children.
Oh.
So I figured I'd turn. They are not going to sleep. I could go to bed. And yet they are wide awake.
Well, maybe once you go to bed and turn everything off, they will too. Maybe they do, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think we're good.
I think it's good. I'm not getting anything.
No. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Good luck. We'll see you guys hopefully in a week in the Push to Emerald group.